It's time now for the Beer Show. Number called News on this late Friday night, August 21st, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I 11 o'clock news at 9. There and not taps are here at 11 o'clock here on this late Friday night. Here is in Paris, where a heavily armed gunman opened fire aboard a packed high-speed train traveling from Amsterdam to Paris late Friday afternoon, wounding several passengers before he was settling into Dubai. 2 Americans, according to French officials. In New York, a former federal employee fatally shot an armed security officer at a federal building in Lower Manhattan on Friday, then killed himself, officials said. U.S. stocks crashed more than 2% of the second straight session as the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell more than 500 points to enter the correction territory amid weak Chinese manufacturing data and cascading crude oil prices. There, thousands of people showed up to hear Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump speak at an Alabama rally Friday, in which business tycoon bet that they're going to make America better than ever, and never has been. In Des Moines, Senator Ted Cruz and actress Ellen Page had an dynamic back and forth about gay rights at the Iowa State Fair on Friday. In Annapolis, Jared Fogle has been agreed to plead guilty to child pornography charges and having sex with minors will have a sentence in hearing on November 19th. In the United States, North Korea Friday to launch a very strong military counteraction as South Korea refused to halt propaganda broadcast on the warning delivered at the United Nations. Balkan frontiers face as migrant numbers surge. Beirut, Islamic State militants have destroyed an ancient monastery in the central Syrian province of Homs. According to monitoring pictures published by the jihadist group, 4 rockets were fired from Syria Thursday afternoon, 2 of which exploded in open areas of Israel's Golan Heights. In Charlton, North Carolina, the latest on trial of a white North Carolina police officer charged with voluntary manslaughter and shooting deaths of an unarmed black man taken out after a September 2013 car crash, as the family wants new trial after officers missed trial. On Friday night, the National Hurricane Center downgraded Denny to a Category 2 with 110 mile per hour winds at forecast state. Denny reached its peak of 150 miles per hour, making a Category 3 storm up early Friday before it started softening. In Fort Benning, Georgia, the first female soldiers to complete the Army's rigorous Ranger School pinned in the Black and Gold Ranger staff at a raucous graduation ceremony Friday kept their history-making weekend put it a spotlight of the debate. As people search for the words to describe New Orleans recovery and take it after Hurricane Katrina, they sometimes use words printed out of biblical and economic cultural resurrection arisen from the ashes. Global stock markets see biggest weekly drop since 2012. Crude oil, the longest weekly losing streak in 29 years, as U.S. stock sends losses as federal rate rises. Stops growth. In New York, years of holding interest rates near zero have left the Federal Reserve suffering from central bank policy importance. Bank of America report says, and there's no pill to provide a quick fix. Job growth is slow to recover, and outside influences globally, China slowed down could put additional pressure on the state economists said Friday. U.S. oil prices traded below $40 for the first time since 2009, and then 2.1% lower Friday on signs of U.S. oversupply and weak China's manufacturing reduction, the longest weekly losing streak in most 3 decades. If dark energy is hiding in our midst in the form of hypothetical particles called chameleons, Holger, Miller, and his team at UC Berkeley plans to flush map. Human during climate change has made California citizen drop 15% more severe, said scientists from Columbia University's Doherty Air Force Authority, NASA's Guardian Super Space Studies, said. Washington. The world could breathe easily as a giant asteroid is not hurling towards Earth about to wrap up, but to the Americas, NASA has felt compelled to explain upon a swirl of online rumors. It has been reported by researchers that approximately 25 states around the U.S., life populations have grown and resisted over-the-counter remedies. More than 6% of all women over 40 in the United States had a mammogram in the past 2 years, and 20% of the mammograms detected something called ductal keratoconus and a SITU, DCIS, also known as stage 0 breast cancer. New research in the Journal of Neurology and Neurosurgery Psychiatry found that 9 risk factors may be caused by 2/3 of Alzheimer's cases. People with autistic traits use more effort and methods to produce answers to the should thinking tasks not based on obvious word association common use of similar items here. Take a look at New England and Insular at 11:04 p.m. here on the Slate. There's that here. A pursuit in Brockton, Massachusetts started on Pine Street. Vehicle now stopped on Oakland Street. One in custody and one foot in bail on Oakland Street as Massachusetts State Police K-9 requested a pursuit initiated by Massachusetts State Police here in Oakland towards hundreds on foot. And a little woman who was charged with driving after she allegedly drove into a Tewksbury police officer who was trying to stop her at a construction site. Peter Chill News Time, level 5 of the Slate Friday died. August 21st at 7 after travel report here. 195 on the southbound side. It is sold from Route 6 in Swansea all the way up to the Braga Ridge and Fall River here. Mass Pike on the westbound to get an accident around Route 9 in Framingham, so expect a few delays here. And 93 on the southbound side around 293, a little slow here. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute here on this late Friday night on the highways, byways, New England with a gateway to the weekend here. Alright, look at that transit updates here. Boats are looking good on the ferries, on the subway system. So on, also one experience around delays due to traffic, and on the conveyor rail, it's looking good. Peter Chill News Times now, 11:06 on this late Friday night here. Time now for a weather report here. Currently here in Taunton, Massachusetts, and North Massachusetts, 11:06 p.m. 73 degrees with most skies, humidity 90%. Wind speed is calm, barometer triple 3 inches, super about 70 degrees, and visibility of 10 miles an hour here. Alright, look at that. Our current conditions around in region here. It's 71 degrees in Boston, 72 in Beverly, 71 in Gloucester, 73 in Lawrence, 71 in Bedford, 73 in Pittsburgh, pair of 70s in Worcester and Milford. It's 71 in Spring, Sturbridge. It's 74 in Norwood, 75 in Taunton, Plymouth, 73 in Chatham. Nope, 73 out in New Bedford, 75 in Falmouth and Provincetown, 73 in Murfreesboro, 70 in Chatham, 69 in Nantucket. It's pair of 73s in Lockon and Wesley, 75 in TF Green, 70 in Smithfield, Rhode Island. It's 76 in Montauk and Nislip, 78 in New York City, 74 in Bridgeport, 73 in New Haven. It's 65 out in Danbury, 68 out in Waterbury, Connecticut, 70 in Meriden, Connecticut, 71 in Hartford, Connecticut, 69 in Winslow, 70 in Springfield, 68 in Greenfield, 69 in Naftal, 60 in Northampton, 61 in Pittsfield, 70 in Albany, New York, 66 in Saratoga Springs, 64 in Rutland, 61 in Bennington, 59 in Bremer, Vermont, 63 in Lebanon, 68 in Joffrey, 68 in Keene, Hampshire, 69 in Chatham, Hampshire, and Manchester, Hampshire, 70 out in Concord, Hampshire, 72 in Nashville, Hampshire, 66 in Lacroix, Hampshire, 70 in Portland, Maine, and 74 Portsmouth, New Hampshire here. Alright, look at that. Service map around the country shows a cold front from central British Columbia stretched up in northern Washington, northern Idaho, and through Montana, merged with a station front for North Dakota, merged with a warm front from Minnesota, stretched into Wisconsin here. Another station front from Oklahoma to Danville, Texas here, and through Louisiana, merged with a cold front from Alabama, stretching to the south and up the Atlantic seaboard through New England up into Quebec here. And our front line between low pressure stretching from central Washington down to northwestern California coastline here. Front from southeastern portions of California down to Baja California, and front from western Dakotas, meandering down to the central and southern Rockies with a low pressure in east central Colorado down to southeastern portions of New Mexico here. And we got low pressure in southeastern California, and we got low pressure in southeastern portions of North Carolina, and low pressure in central portions of Quebec here. And low pressure in east central portions of Montana, and east central portions of North Dakota, and low pressure in west central portions of Manitoba, where we got some high pressure centers around Ontario, western Colorado, southeastern Arizona, and east central portions of California here. 69 degrees, that's temperature around Detroit, 70 in Pittsburgh, it's 72 in Washington, D.C., 82 in Atlanta, 85 in Miami, Florida, it is 85 in Brownsville, Texas, 86 in Dallas, Texas, 77 in Kansas City, 75 in Omaha, Nebraska, 55 in Chicago, 77 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 59 in Great Falls, Montana, it's 71 in Seattle, 66 in San Francisco, 72 in Los Angeles, it's 101 degrees in Las Vegas, 104 degrees in Phoenix, it is 78 in Albuquerque, Mexico, 84 in Denver, at 91 degrees at Salt Lake City, Utah, here, and a high pressure in the Gulf of Mexico, here. Alright, look at that. What is going on in the radar situation here at the 11th hour here? First of all, looking at the region here, and it shows an area of showers with heavy bands of rain off the Cape Ann, off Gloucester, and rain showers off the Boston Harbor, off Boston, and in those of you who are running boats, it takes some time during this wet weather. Meanwhile, some spotty rain showers around Leominster, around Hudson, and stretch out to Nashua and up to Manchester and eastern Colorado here, and some spotty rain showers around Norwich, Connecticut here, and a lot of heavy rain showers and a few downpours around New Bedford, around southeast Dartmouth here. And up in the map portion of Marion around 195 here. And some spotty clusters of showers at the dad ports off the southwestern portions of Martha's Vineyard there. And we got a line of heavy showers and thunderstorms east of Augusta, stretching up to Caribou and up the northwestern portions and north central portions of New Brunswick and east central portions of Quebec here. Patchy rain showers around east central and central portions of New Brunswick and some spotty rain showers around central Nova Scotia here. Look at that. Radar around the country here shows a line of rain showers and storms off the Virginias, stretching off the Carolinas, and a line of rain showers in southeastern North Carolina, and a spotty rain showers from west central portions of North Carolina, and the central portions of South Carolina, and some spotty rain showers around Jacksonville, Florida, and the southeastern portions of Georgia here, and a line of rain showers around the Florida Gulf Coast around Sarasota, and some spotty rain showers in southeastern portions of Alabama here. A line of rain showers in west central portions of Alabama, down for east central portions of Mississippi, down for southwestern portions of Tennessee. Spotty rain showers around northwestern portions of Louisiana and the east central portions of Texas here. Spotty clusters of showers and storms from north central Texas down for western and west central portions of Texas up into New Mexico and up into Colorado down for east central portions of Utah, and some spotty rain showers in north central and northwestern portions of Wyoming down for Montana, down for southern Alberta, down for Saskatchewan, down for southern Manitoba, and the line of rain showers around southeastern portions of Alberta here. Spotty patchy rain showers around east central portions of Quebec. Alright, look at satellite loop, so some spotty clouds coming to much of the Gulf States here, and another line of clouds from eastern Virginia and up New Jersey, and coming to much of the Connecticut, Rhode Island coastline here, and a line of clouds around Maine and around eastern Quebec here, and a line of clouds from north central Wyoming up to Montana, coming to much of western North Dakota, and coming to much of Canadian West Coast from British Columbia down for Ontario, and a line of clouds from western Mexico down for western Texas, coming to much of New Mexico and coming to much of Utah and around Colorado here. And spotty streaky clouds around east central portions of Indiana here. Alright. Take a look at the tropics here. The latest on Hurricane Denny's now a Category 2 storm with 110 mile per hour winds. Settled location 14.8 to the north. 49.8 to the west. Maps and day winds 110 miles per hour. Category 2 storm. Movement northwest with 10 miles per hour here. And it's going to weaken to a tropical storm by Sunday. It's going to approach Puerto Rico, and it's going to approach the Dominican Republic at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, and then head towards Haiti as a tropical pressure at 8 p.m. on Wednesday here. Alright, latest 11 p.m. advisory on Hurricane Denny here. Denny weakens to a Category 2 hurricane and continuing weakening expected during the next few days here, as location 14.8 to the north, 49.8 to the west, about 8 or 10 miles per 1,005 kilometers east of the Leeward Islands here. Max day winds around 110 miles per 175 kilometers an hour. Reverse movement west northwest around 295 degrees at 10 miles per 17 kilometers an hour. And movement center pressure 9 centimeters millibars at 28.85 inches here. And there are no close waters waters in effect. Interest in the Leeward Islands and the Virgin Islands should monitor progress at Denny. Tropical storm watches may be required for portions of the Leeward Islands and the Virgin Islands on Saturday. At 11 p.m. Atlantic time, the center Hurricane Denny was located in latitude 14.8 to the north, longitude 49.8 in the west. The Denny is moving toward the west northwest noon, 10 miles an hour, 17 kilometers an hour, and an increase in port speed is expected during the next couple of days with a turn toward the west forecast. Saturday night here, and Mexico's same winds have decreased to 110 miles per hour, 135 kilometers an hour with higher gusts, and additional weakness forecast during the next 48 hours. And data is expected to become a tropical storm on Sunday's approach to the Leeward Islands here, and hurricane force winds extend out with up to 15 miles an hour from the center. And trust one force wind extend out up to 6 miles per hour here. The estimated vivid center pressure is 9 centimeters millibars at 28.85 inches here. We got two more surfaces in the land we have to check. The surface number one, the interaction of non-tropical air low pressure located at a couple of miles of south of Bermuda and an upper level low as a persistent and elongated area of showers and thunderstorms over the western Atlantic Ocean as environmental conditions appear marginally conducted for tropical subtropical development in the system front early next week while it moves northward in the northwest where about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Formation just 4 hours, low 20% formation just in 5 days. Medium 40% end. And the surface of the wind needs specific showers of thunderstorm activity associated with a tropical wave looking about 1,200 miles southwest of the southern tip of Baja Capital Peninsula remains limited and tropical conditions appear conducive for some gradual development on this system during the next several days, while it moves westward about 10 miles an hour. Formation just for 4 hours, low 10%. Formation just for 5 days, medium 50% here. Alright, look at that. Forecast. Alright, forecast discussion around region here. A front will stall across the section Massachusetts and Rhode Island on tonight and Saturday, keeping it scattered showers and a few thunderstorms from time to time. As humid conditions along with the Friday showers and thunderstorms persist Sunday, 5 Tuesday, low pressure will straighten to the shore on Nantucket on Sunday and pass well to the east of Nantucket Monday. The cold front will move slowly across the region on Tuesday, dry and more. Couple of weather is forecasted for the middle of the end of next week. New terminal until 6 a.m. Saturday morning, 10:40 p.m. update. Just a few isolated showers remain across the state of Massachusetts late this evening as some uncertainty what exactly will transpire overnight for the Department of week, so not expected widespread rain across the region. While much of the region may end up mainly dry, we are going to have a walk toward near axis of locally rain. Showers across the small portion of the eastern New England although the first of the week parts are still quite high and the potential is good for showers with rain over a very narrow area along the stationary boundary and over our meso scale model and clearly good agreement in showing this potential here, while some of our models are not in agreement and something we'll have to monitor overnight. In addition, low clouds that are in this process of redevelopment across much of eastern New England with an abundance of low-level moisture in place some petrobog also should develop here. Meanwhile, in across the interior southern New England, mainly dry and slightly cool weather expected to play on this front. Some petrobog will likely form in the late typical prone locations, late with a wet ground here. Lows should bottom out at 60 across parts of the western Massachusetts, only about 70 degrees across parts southeast New England and the warm sector. I am expecting tomorrow's high 76 to 81 degrees for the power here. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Alright, scattered showers and thunderstorms and showers like possibly a thunderstorm after 5 a.m. Some of the storms produce heavy rain. Pittsburgh up to 2 a.m. west. Tosca low at 6 degrees and calm wind just based on 6%. New wave about to the quarter afternoon possible. Saturday, showers like possibly a thunderstorm before 11 a.m. Then scattered showers and thunderstorms off to 11 a.m. Some of the storms produce heavy rain. Pittsburgh before 9 a.m. west. Tosca, how about 79 degrees and not about 5 miles becoming light available in the morning. Chest base at 6%. New rain from possibly then a quarter afternoon possible. Sunday night, chest and showers. That's what Pittsburgh go out. Tosca low at 67 degrees and not face about 3 to 5 miles. Chest base at 30%. No rain from miles between 10 and 14 check to 5 miles possible thunderstorms here. Sunday, chest and showers. That's what Pittsburgh for today was. Tosca have at 79 degrees and not face about 6 to 10 miles. Chest base at 40%. No rain from miles between 10 and 14 check to 5 miles possible thunderstorms here. Sunday night, slight change in showers. That's all supposed to cast go at 6 degrees and not for about 6 miles an hour. Just takes 20%. Monday, change in showers. That's all supposed to cast go. How about anyone about 6 more degrees here and just makes 30%. Tuesday, showers. That's also possible to 10 a.m. Puck City, most cast go. How about anyone about 63 degrees and just makes 6%. Wednesday, most city puck cast go. How about 82 about 6 degrees here. Thursday, most city cast go. How about 79 about 57 degrees. And Friday, cast go. How about 82 degrees here. Here's what a phrase of the night. A wet weekend in store. Here's you have a good night with a good positive attitude. See you tomorrow morning with a more important. Good night.